So you can take the data from here. A psychologist is studying the use of social media, such as Facebook, among young adults. She is at the beginning of her research program and right now is simply interested in discovering who uses social media more, male or female. She decides that the population to which she would like to generalize her results is the population of university students, specifically the university at which she works. She takes a convenient sample of students eating lunch at the university center and asks them to fill out a simple questionnaire. One of the questions is on average, how many times a day do you check your favorite social media accounts? She obtained the following data. Okay, so how many times the students enter into the social media? So the female, she tested for 13 students, and she got this information, and also for the male. So she asked the questionnaire about 14 students, and she got the information. So now the question is, the main research question here is that to test the hypothesis that the mean number of times the social media is used by the population of male students is equal to the mean number of times social media is used by the population of female students at 5% significance level. Okay, so that is the thing. So here you have the data is there. Okay, so first you need to calculate so because you need these information here, so summation x1 summation x1 square, right? So summation x1 is 421, and then summation x1 square, that is the female population, is 15,931. Okay. Similarly, we want summation x2, that is the male information. So that is 364, and then summation x2 square is equals to 10,568. Okay, and here the n1 equal to 13, and here n2 equal to the 14. So n1 refers to the female, and n2 refers to the male. Okay, so now we need to calculate the sample mean, that is x1 bar. So x1 bar is equals to summation x1 over n1. So that is 429 over 13. So that will give you 33. Okay. So similarly, x2 bar equal to summation x2 over n2. So that is equals to 364 over 14. So that will give you 26. Then we need to calculate the sample standard deviation. So that is S1 square, S1. Yeah. So this will give you 15,931 minus 184,041 divided by 13, the whole divided by 12. So that is equals to 15,931 minus 14,157, the whole divided by 12. So that is equals to square root of 147.83. That is equals to 12.16. This is my S1. Okay. Similarly, you can calculate S2. S2, so this will be x2 square. n2 minus 1. So on these information need to be arranged. So that is 10,568 minus 364 the whole square divided by 14 the whole divided by 13. So that this will be 10,568 minus 9,464 divided by 13. That is equals to 84.92. That is equals to 9.22. Okay, so this may is S2. S2 equal to this. So step 1, you need to define the hypothesis. So what is the hypothesis? Is mu1, so no difference, right? The average time entered by the male and the female is no difference. So mu1 minus mu2 equal to 0. That means same, right? On the alternative hypothesis, not same. So mu1 minus mu2 not equal to 0, right? So it is a two-tailed test. Okay. Step 2. So you need to say alpha equal to 5% significant level. So 0.05, and then alpha by 2 equal to 0.025, and the degrees of freedom here, because it's two independent samples. So degrees of freedom equal to n1 plus n2 minus 2. So that is 13 plus 14 minus 2 equal to 25. Okay. So now the critical region. So critical region is the two-tailed test. So critical region is, so here you alpha by 2. So t 0.025 comma degrees of freedom is 25, this area, right? So here it is negative 0.025 comma 25, right? So here reject H0, here also reject H0, here you accept H0. Okay. So if the rejection region falls here or here, you reject the hypothesis. Okay. So this value you have to read it from the table. Okay. That I will tell you in step 4 when I am making the deviation. Is calculation of test statistic. Okay. So t is equals to x1 bar minus x2 bar minus mu1 minus mu2 the whole divided by sp into square root of 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2, where sp square is the pooled variance. Okay, pooled variance. So you need to calculate this. So how to calculate SP? SP equal to n1 minus 1 into s1 square plus n2 minus 1 into s2 square the whole divided by n1 plus n2 minus 2. So we have square root here, right? So this is equals to So n1 is 13, so 13 minus 1 is 12 into s1 square is 12.16 the whole square plus n2 minus 1, so 14 minus 1 is 13 and s2 square is 9.22 the whole square, whole divided by n1 plus n2 is 27 minus 2 is 25. So this will give you square root of 115.18. So that is equals to 10.73. That is equals to 10.73. Right? Yes. Okay, so once you get this, now you have to go back to the formula and you plug in these values. So now I'm coming back to this formula here. So t is equals to, so x1 bar is 33 minus x2 bar is 26 minus 0 the 4 divided by sp is 10.73 into square root of 1 upon 13 plus 1 upon 14. Right? So this will gives me what? 7 over 4.13, which is equals to 1.695. 1.695. So step 4 is the deviation, right? Deviation. So here and here. So this is 0.025 and 25 degrees of freedom. So go to the T table. So 25 here and then 0.025. So that is 2.060. 2.060. So 2.060. Here negative 2.060. Okay. So now negative 1.6. So 1.695. So 1.695 is here, right? So 1.695 is here, right here. So what you're doing here, you accept H0, accept the hypothesis. So now I have to give the interpretation based on this result. This is the interpretation. Interpretation. Since T calculated value, which is equals to 1.695, is less than T tabulated value, which is equals to 2.060, we accept H0. So hence there is no significant difference between the average number of times entered into social media on a day by